still way, way too bright. Um, I think, I think the rheostat, aka dimmer, I think the dimmer, I don't know. I guess the light bulb is just way, way too powerful. So I'd like for it to get a little bit more dim than that, but I guess this is synchronicity, right? Sorry, I forgot to. Synchronicity. See how it looks white right there? It's not actually white, it's yellow. So, and so I had that like that. So that's not a very good way to start the video with the thing being all jacked up. So I'm burning a little uh, myrrh, but I need to order some more right now. I mean, right now. I tried to get it out of Jerusalem because one time I ordered it from Jerusalem, but I was doing the harvest season, and so it got sent back to Jerusalem. And never been to Jerusalem, but I would imagine it's good myrrh that comes from over there. So let me see. This is my homemade version. This is my homemade version here. Turn this around. That's my homemade version of a holder for the phone, which is what this is going to be going on. But here's the kind that I bought from the internet. I'm going to try to use one of these. So I will put it up like that. And then, well, actually, I guess this one's better because this is too, it doesn't have a base. It needs a larger base. I need to make my own. And so for my monitor, um, I could use this like as a base, right? That'll be a pretty good base. Let me see. Maybe, maybe not. I'll try it. Okay, let me put this on here. And see, go like this. Okay. And you put her down on there. And then you just give her a twist. And it should work pretty good, but maybe this is not the right kind of structure. Yeah, it pops right off. Maybe it should have some water or something on it. I don't know. It's meant to work on glass, so it doesn't stick on this because it's not flat. Has ridges in it, so I guess it lets air in. Let me see if there's something else I can put it on. I don't want to put it on this computer. There are some things I need to take care of. Um, so let me see, what else can I try to put this thing on? Um, well, I'll just put it on here and just be careful with it. Okay. Just put it there, give her a twist, and put her right up like that. Nah, it just doesn't. Just will not cooperate. And so let me think here. Um, so it's Thursday. Let me see if there's anything down here I could use. Um, I could put it on the. I could put it on the tablet. I'll bet that'll work. But what if it falls down onto the tablet? That would be no bueno. But let me try it anyway. Okay, so you just turn this back. In case you like to make videos, I'm using one of these to hold the phone to monitor. And so let me just put this here. I'm putting it on my tablet, which is kind of crazy, but actually works perfect on the tablet. Okay, so I'll just put the tablet there, and then I can put my phone there to monitor myself, because I don't know what's wrong one. I don't know what the signal's like. You know, the weather's kind of crazy, and I'm out at the ranch, so I'm just trying to see here real quick. And let's see what the signal is like. David, I showed up right there. Okay. It appears to be somewhat okay. It's kind of a heavy phone there. Okay, so it looks like it's getting okay signal, but maybe it would be better. This is the router here, and it says I'm 2 bars on 4G. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the phone on the windowsill. And I'm charging my car out here. And it's got 9 kilowatts. It's 60%. And it is drawing 800 watts. It's charging at 800 watts. Can you believe that? It's because it's got a real long extension cord on it, and the voltage must be really low. Right? You know, your 120 volt line. You run through a huge extension cord, it lowers that 120 volts down to probably 100 volts, because it should be charging at 1200 watts. It's charging at 600 watts right now. So that's just kind of strange. But if there's extraterrestrials, you know they can do that kind of crap, right? And so signal looks a little bit better. Um, I'm showing one person on this one and one person on that one too. So we're doing pretty good. And so here's what's going on. Okay, so this thing, I used it last night. I should turn it on so that you can see it, but I don't have my little 12 volt bat. Oh, it doesn't run on 12 volts anyway. I should turn it on so that you can see it. The display on this thing is actually kick-ass, the best one on the market. Okay? It's actually in color. And that's just outrageous. I do like the LED because it's so bright, but this one is really impressive. And it didn't even get hot. It didn't even get warm. Producing 600 watts off these little tiny wires. That's outrageous. Okay? And I'm using 50 volts, 48, and I really don't want to go any higher than that. But we'll see what transpires. Because I got my reasons. But yeah, I'm gonna turn it on so that you can see it one of these days. It's got a really, it does not show the current. Okay. Because it doesn't know what the hell's kind of current is going through your battery, right? It could show you, if it wanted to, it could show you the current going to the load, but you can figure that out on your own because it gives you the voltage and the watts. Okay, so um, you should be able to figure that out on your own. I think there's a formula for that. Um, but I guess it would be good if they showed you the current uh, going to the load. But I didn't see it on there. I don't know if there's a way to show that, but yeah, it doesn't show that. That'd be nice if they would um, show that, but it does give you the watts. It gives you the watts and the voltage. So, you can use a formula to figure it out if you wanted to. And just go to Google and ask it. All right. And and uh so that's what's going on with the charger. And well, my battery, I need to check and see what the hell it's at. I guess it's going to show up tomorrow, but I can't even charge it because I sent the battery charger back that would have been able to charge it, and I ordered the other battery charger, and they say that the battery charger's already been shipped and it's supposed to be here Monday. So that's not too bad. Um, it's kind of crazy because now you can't do nothing with the battery. You can mess around with it a little bit, but you can't really run any real test on it because you don't want to drain the battery and have it sit all weekend long drained. And so you just have to sit here, but in a way it builds your interest, right? It's just strange the way the whole thing is uh is going. And so um anyhow, so I told you I made a video today, and on this video, this one, I'm going to put a link to, I don't know if you know who George Nuri is. Okay, I don't listen to him that much. I've heard him on the radio. Yeah, I've driven cross country, right? So I've heard him on the radio, and but I'm not like a big old George Nuri fan. I don't hardly ever listen to George Nuri. Okay, but I've heard of him. I remember there used to be that guy Bell. I forget what his name is. Um, it's kind of confusing. They're almost like the same thing, and I'm starting to think all these people are aliens, extraterrestrials. And um, so I'm gonna put a link. I don't know. I have to find a channel that's actually his channel, and it's not some crazy channel putting his video on, because they can do anything with it. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and try to find this video that I just watched right now and make sure it's his channel, and then I'm gonna put the link on this video. This is a live stream. I'm doing it live. And so that you can see what's going on here, because um, for whatever reason, a lot of people don't really realize, um, they don't really realize things. I'll just leave it at that. What needs to what needs to take place is We need some help from the people in Denver, Colorado, namely First Amendment auditors. Go find out where this dude, David Wilcock, lives, and go over there and do a FOIA request for the body cam footage of these sheriffs. I guess they were sheriffs, not police. I don't know. I would I would think it's sheriffs who went over there and say that he went outside and he shot himself. Okay? They're saying that it was a suicide. We need to find out if there's body cam footage to find out what's going on, because everybody knows that the story going around right now is that they're going to try and cover it up. He was taken out because he was telling people about the extraterrestrials. Okay? And, well, I just watched a video right now with um, George Nuri. George Nuri interviewed David Wilcock. This was about a month ago, according to this one video that I just watched right now. I'll go in and I'll check who put the video up, when it was published and everything. It was published actually on my birthday. The one I just watched right now. Also David Icke's birthday, April 29. And I'll put this video up. I'll put the link on here after I go and check a few things to make sure it's his channel and not some crazy other channel putting it up there. And you watch this video and it'll tell you everything what you're need to hear to get some clues on what really happened. Because I'm not going to repeat the names of these people who David Icke names them. He gives you their first and last name. Okay? On this video, David Wilcock actually says that David Icke stole his theory. Basically. You listen to it and you tell me what the hell he's talking about. Okay? And this is kind of weird because, you know, if you're going to say something like that, why not have the person there? Right? If this is so serious, why can't you, you know, have the person there? If it's as serious as these people are saying it is, okay, I think they're all a bunch of extraterrestrials. And they're saying that there's all kinds of extraterrestrials involved in this. So, you watch the video, and he tells you, he names some names that David Icke actually names the names. And this is why I say that they must be extraterrestrials. Because anybody else, they'll take their ass out. Look what just happened to David Wilcock. And apparently he lives over somewhere. He was living over somewhere. I guess he used to live in Los Angeles. But he was living somewhere over by this little town outside of Denver, Colorado called Nederland. Like, you know, the Netherlands, but it's with a D. Nederland. Such a strange, weird name for a town. It's just a little one-horse town. We need some First Amendment auditors to go out there and show us what's going on. You know, usually it's Entertainment Tonight, right? They'll go out there and they'll show you, but they're giving you, this is almost like mainstream media. They're going to put a spin on it, right? Show you only what they want you to see. We need some First Amendment auditors out of Denver, Colorado with boots on the ground, going out there showing us this is big news. This is about the extraterrestrials. They just took somebody out. Okay? And with boots on the ground out there at this town and find out where he lived at. Go out there and show his house so that we can all start getting a clue. We need the body cam footage off these police officers. Who are the police officers? We need First Amendment auditor to go out there and show us the police when he gets to work. Right? Show us who he is. Show us his name on his badge. The officers that responded. Okay? And so if you watch this video, you'll see that he names the people who told him they were going to take his ass out if he didn't shut up. I'm not even going to repeat the name. You go on there and watch it for yourself. There's all kinds of crap on this video that he did last month, April 29th. And so on April 29th, how in the hell did they publish it on April 29th when this was supposed to happen on April 20th? On April 19th, he made a live stream video. On April 20th, supposedly he committed suicide the next day. So on April 29th, somebody put up a video of him talking to George Nuri. So I don't know what all this crap is about. But I'll put the video up. Just know that. Okay, that's the timeline. On the 19th, he made a live stream. On the 20th, he was taken out. Okay? Some people say he took himself out. Some people are saying the extraterrestrials took him out. And so that's the timeline. On the 19th of April, this was last month. Today's May 28. 27 or 28? Let me see. It's Thursday, right? Yeah, today's the 28th. So last month, April 19th, he made a live stream. He was acting freaking goofy. This video that he made with George Nuri, he wasn't acting goofy like he was on that live stream. Now, the body language, I don't know. I'll give you my opinion. I don't know if everything what he's saying is, I don't know. I don't know if he's been abducted. I don't know if he's an extraterrestrial. I don't know if he's got a wild imagination or if he's a scam artist making up a story from his own thinking, reasoning. Well, this could be, like the people who wrote Star Trek. Okay? Or because if you look at his body language, it kind of, some people will put out types of body language that you think that they're not 100% um, spot on. And this can be because of some type of hypnosis. If these people have been um, abducted by these extraterrestrials, and so um, everything that you need to know to give you clues um, is there. Apparently, the people are there is going to be disclosure, and that we're going to go into or the people, humanity, is going to go into the Star Trek era. And for some reason, there's some people who don't want that to happen because probably it's some type of power shift, the money shift, you know. Um, but you watch this video and it just it boggles the mind. And so I don't know where George Nuri is, right? I don't know if he's still in LA or what's going on, but all these people are listening. And so um all we're going to get is a bunch of bullshit unless we get some First Amendment auditors to go over there and show us what the F is really going on. Because nobody's talking about it. This should be front page news. And and so I just wanted to go on here and share that with you. And so be sure to check the um the description, because I'm going to go put the video in the description right now. It's the one about um, George Nuri interviewing David Wilcock, and then we'll go on from there. The other video, the video that he made on the 19th, I'll load that one up also. And hopefully these the evil extraterrestrials will not be able to block it. Okay, so I'm going to put two videos up. The one with Nuri that has all kinds of information that's just mind-boggling, and he names the people who he said were going to take his ass out if he didn't shut up. And I'll also put the video of him acting weird and the night before he allegedly shot himself. Okay, so I'm going to load that up right now. No people came into the room? That's crazy. How weird.